Morning. It's Monday morning. I've had a couple of Zoom calls. One was with Mike Lowe from Baptist Together, talking about home mission publicity, how we raise the profile, what can be done nationally and locally. That was really good, really insightful. I need to clean the lens of my camera. I'll do that in a minute. I'm now off to Coulby Newham to meet the minister there. I'm really excited about that. Yeah, Steve's been doing a great job. Used to be on home mission and now isn't, but he was also on my interview panel for this role. So I'm gonna go to Coulby Newham Baptist Church, catch up with him, get his views on the NBA, the way forward, and talk about church and life. Let's go. So just had a brilliant meeting with Steve, who's just got a real heart for the NBA, especially for Teesside actually, a real heart for Teesside, and what they're doing there and what that looks like. And so that involves the church locally here, but also ecumenically. So he kind of gets all the Teesside leaders together, just going, actually let's see what God's kingdom looks like here together in our different expressions. So that's really interesting. Fascinating hearing his views. I don't know why I looked across the road, there's no cars coming. Fascinating getting his views about the NBA and what that looks like and future relating. So that's all buzzing in my head. But yeah, real good synergy around that. I'm now going home. I've got a Zoom meeting with my colleague Paul and then our colleagues in the Yorkshire Baptist Association. We traditionally share a ministers' conference together. So we're looking at what potentially that could be in the future, kind of after lockdown, and having a couple of online ones. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm off to Paul's for dinner tonight. So I'm now heading home to go on Zoom for some more meetings. Morning, it's Tuesday. So last night I went to have dinner with Paul and Barbara, which was amazing. I didn't leave there late, it was like 9:30, but I didn't get back till gone 11. Because both the A1M and the A19 had parts of the road closed, so I just went, it was just an awful journey back in the dark in roads. I've got no idea where I am. So today it's Tuesday morning and I am off to Durham to check in with the person who facilitates kind of the ecumenical work, so I'm going to do that, and then after that I'm off to see a minister in Whitley Bay. So yeah, let's go to Durham. Definitely going to Durham this morning. Alright, so I've driven from Durham. I had a great meeting with Janet, who is the ecumenical officer for the North East. Excuse me. So I had a great meeting with her, talking about partnerships and synergy and challenges and joys of ministry in the northeast, so that was great. I've then driven up to Whitley Bay, got a meeting with a minister here, and I was a little bit early. I am a little bit early, so considering the view I think I'm going to grab a coffee and do some work, and I might walk along the beach. Look at that. Kind of didn't realise there was beaches up north. Morning, it's Saturday, so I've had a couple of days purely just on Zoom, just lots of meetings, lots of paperwork, but good, we're making progress. Oh man, I'm getting used to having hair. So it is Saturday early morning. I'm off to Hartlepool where the Baptist Assembly is happening. I'm speaking on joining the adventure. It's my first. It's not the Baptist Assembly, it's the Northern Baptist Assembly. Sorry, it's early. So this is the Northern Baptist Assembly in Hartlepool. I'm going to be speaking on joining the adventure, talking about joining in the adventure of God, and also the adventure here in the NBA as we enter this new phase. So let's go on the road again. We're driving to Hartlepool, which actually isn't that far from me. And yeah, I'm really excited to share with you what God's laid on my heart, and also hear what God is already doing here in the NBA. Let's go. So that's been this week. Visiting, lots and lots of visiting people in different places. It's so good. I mean, Zoom's great and provides a wonderful platform, but it's so good to see people in their context. And I've had the real joy of doing that this week. It's great. It's now Sunday morning. I've just got back from church. Yesterday's assembly was really good. It felt like something had shifted. Now I've got nothing to base that on. And there are two schools of thought around that, aren't there? There is a school of thought of just wait, just see, observe, and then make changes. Or there's the other school of thought of this is an opportunity now. And people are expecting a certain change in momentum. And so I went for the latter. And it was amazing because there were people there that have never been to an NBA assembly, and they came because they wanted to meet me and hear what the new kind of strategy was for the NBA. Obviously we didn't say what the new strategy was for the NBA because that's going to take more than 2.5 months to figure out. But it did give us an opportunity to share our heart, and we shared our heart for mission and joining the adventure. And so Paul and I were working together on that, and we shared stories, and we got people from across the association to share their stories of how they're seeing God move. And there was a common thread in all those, that even in the difficulty, you know, let's be honest, it's been tough in churches. And they were really different. Some of them were really traditional churches trying slightly different things. Some of them were really new missional communities. And so it was really good to share that breadth of missional stories. This is a huge culture change here. Shifting from maybe a traditional pattern of inherited church to one of being the guest and not the host. And so that brings about challenges. So there's been some feedback about just a negative element of the changes feel a bit quick for some people, and I get that. But you've only given me 3 years, NBA. You've only given me 3 years. So, but it was really good. I'm really encouraged by what's going on. Paul and I had some amazing opportunities to hear what God's doing with people in the NBA. So that's great. So that's that for this week. Next week, again, I'm out on the road for a couple of sessions, and then it's that mix, isn't it, between online and offline. But I'll take you along. Don't forget, if you like this video, then give it a big thumbs up. Click that down below. You can follow me on any of my social media channels that are pinging up now. And Do subscribe not to miss out on this quality content, and do of course share this with those that you come across. So like, subscribe, share, and do give us a follow on any of my social media. Well, I will reflect a bit more in future weeks on transition and how we do that and the change dynamics, because I know I've said bits and bobs in these vlogs, but I will kind of really reflect on that soon. So you've been you, I've been me. I'll see you next week.